Alex,
Fix it.
Fix your mech. Come on.
Fix it.
You guys,
Fix it.
You can start talking, and I don't have to be quite ready yet.
Welcome to the Burrnet.
Jesus,
We're never
Hello.
on time.
Episode
not
47.
that hard.
Yeah, we're getting worse about it too. This is at first it was like 1 minute, now it's 2 minutes. Now it's 3
Now
minutes.
it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Well,
Anyway.
my
I have
clock is
9:31,
fast.
so I don't know what you people are talking about. We were 1 minute over, and then I was ready, and then you people were like, fix it, and didn't start talking. So we probably would have been on time. I don't think it's my fault. I don't think it's my fault. I'm just throwing that out there.
It's totally your fault.
I disagree. It is your fault.
Anyway, welcome to BearNet. I'm Sans.
Uh-huh.
Also, you got hold of it.
Wow, it all just fell apart. We're all
Threw
like,
me off
"Hey,
there. Ghost.
You're Sans, aka who? And
Also
you're like,
known
nope.
as Tyler.
Who are you?
Yo.
I'm Ghost, also known as Jeremy.
I don't have an AKA because I'm just Alex or Greg.
I don't care.
I'm Kage or Julian.
Yeah, we have a room full of
And we
bears
have
tonight.
many guests this evening, which
We
apparently
do.
we have to now introduce because they're so lazy that they don't want to do it themselves.
That's right.
We've got,
Okay, I'll
That's
I'll
right,
introduce
bitch.
myself.
we've got,
I'm Mod
we-
Majo.
Oh, there we go. Well, I'm speaking up at least.
I'm Noxon, also known as Nox.
Knox,
Introduce me!
I was going to do a special introduction for you, Knox, but
Okay, you can.
but it's fine. No, it's just steal all my thunder. It's fine.
Nox
It's
is the
all
only
I'm all
person in this
for it.
channel besides like Ghost who's not actually lazy. Nox is the other streamer who actually gets up off his ass and streams.
No, that's not true.
It's pretty true.
Sure.
I'm not sure if I'm saying I'm not lazy or if they are lazy. I'll get back to you on that.
Why not both?
Gotcha.
Anyway,
At a
we
later
have
time.
Seth or whatever his Steve or whatever he wants
Seth
to be called. I
the
don't
Beast.
care. We've got Icy Wind with us this
Hello.
evening. We've got Odd Majo, who already introduced himself because he's awesome and doesn't require people to speak for him, unlike some people. Seth. And Mike is
Steve.
with us this evening.
Hello. Whatever you say, Frank.
Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Nice to have you on. Hopefully we can throw up a fairly entertaining show tonight. We don't have a whole lot really to go off of, but we do have a few recent
The battle.
things upcoming. Yeah, definitely. Between the Battle to Kid,
Yes.
spectacular all the way to the end.
Yes. We pitted.
Also, those of you who may be familiar with our stream will recognize Noxon from Noxon's Nook, which airs on Wednesdays at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Everybody say
Nice
hi,
plug.
Noxon. Hi, Noxon.
And actually,
Hi, Nox.
Nox. But yes, so the battle took you last weekend. Well, it actually was longer than that.
Last week.
It was
We,
Yes,
the
we
really-
entirety of last week.
do we really want to start with Tukid? Because that's kind of where I wanted to move to eventually.
Oh, fucking fine. Go do what you're gonna do then.
Well, I mean, we could go to Tukid right away, but I kind of wanted to talk about it because we don't have a whole lot to talk about. So,
KK, I'll just let you dictate
I mean,
topics.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
Nope. I'm be silent now.
All right.
Fight. Kiss,
All right.
kiss.
So those of you who play the game often will know that we're getting our first patch of the month tomorrow. We're going to see several updates. One of the biggest being the narc button is finally going to be there. Yes, you will see a warning when you've been narked, and the stream of Artemis
Thank
Learns
fucking God.
are going to convert.
Hey, choirs of angels there, I tell you.
Yeah, so I think that's anybody who plays the game at all seriously has been begging for that for a long time. So that will be fantastic. We've got a couple other updates for tomorrow. We've got the new map for CW, which is HPG themed. I watched the weekend wrap up over the weekend, but I don't remember them showing any footage. They showed more footage of them like drawing the crab and whatnot. Did anyone else not see? Was there footage in there and I just missed it?
No,
what?
I don't think so. I
Did
saw a picture of it.
Oh, did they
in the
release some
patch
photos?
notes.
New target
Yeah, in the patch
acquired.
notes.
I think that's the trial Banshee over there.
Alright, I'm pretty short range, so I'm just gonna go ahead up.
All right, guys,
Mid.
let's fight these guys in Charlie 3. If we try and trade with them at long range, I don't think that
New target
we'll
acquired.
succeed here.
Got Shadowhawk one up
We're
top
already
mid.
down 2.
New target
Hey, Seth.
acquired.
Yep. when you get out, do you mind playing with B team? We got a scrim against TQ.
Yeah, I can come.
What's your ETA?
We just got into a match.
Is it
5-6
it-
mass.
Okay, cool. I'll let TQ know.
Fuel at 25%.
Juliet.
Thanks there, Timberwolf.
Charlie's cord. Bravo should have
It's not like I was about to kill that guy and you totally kept me from doing it, Viking.
Yeah.
Had it. He was gored. He was gored.
Juliet
Oh,
shoulder.
look, neutered. Neutered.
Watch your ass.
New target acquired. Airstrike online.
Ooh, Delta.
New target acquired.
Hotel CT also will pop him.
New target acquired.
Anyway, additionally tomorrow we will be seeing a new Jaeger Mech Champion variant. A faction camo fix for Ghost Bear themed camo. I'm not quite sure that there was an issue with it, so I don't know what that's about. 3D
New
hut
target
fixes.
acquired. Warning.
Great
Missile.
private lobby is now on the social screen, so go straight
New
to
target
searching when that's
acquired.
done. Save drop deck now carries over into gameplay while saving in the lobby before a full strike team is formed. And you'll be seeing, those of you who pre-ordered Clan Wave 3, the Month 2 and Month 3 rewards. Both of them will be coming
Fuel
out
at
tomorrow.
25%.
There's a Warhawk right in that tunnel, Kage.
Yeah,
I see him.
throw too.
Box right torso.
Fuel
Lima,
at
Lima.
25%. New target acquired. Enemy at 25%.
You know, this Clan Warhorn is actually starting to grow.
Critical.
Which one?
The Dagger Star.
Oh yeah, the next one.
Before I hated it, but now I think it's awesome.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
Lazy wine. What's up? That's too many medium
Come to me,
lasers.
Stormcrow.
Need 4 medium
Definitely
lasers,
grabbed
buddy.
the wrong Timberwolf.
In the middle.
Target acquired.
Oh shoot, they're all up there. Right on Theta,
Lock on
basically.
Critical damage. New target acquired. New target acquired.
Nice kill.
Yes!
At 25%.
Fear the Raven.
Oh man, what did the Hoppinator do to you? He just wanted to hop.
Well, now he can't hop anywhere. I hate hopping.
Why you gotta be
Very hoppy guy.
Why you
Echo,
gotta be
echo.
racist against
Target
hopping?
acquired.
Just
It's like saying you
can't
hate
stand it.
beer.
New target.
It's not a
Beer
very
or hoppy?
bear-like activity.
Beer or hoppy?
Hoppy CT will kill him off.
Wait, what's not a
Target
very...
destroyed.
What, did you say it's not very bear-like?
New target
Hopping
acquired.
is not a very bear-like
Target
activity.
destroyed.
Well, we're not bears, we're mercs. So I
They're
feel
round
like
guys.
that would be acceptable.
I am a bear merc. Thank you very much.
Close up.
It says so on the name. OU. Ordo Ursa. Bears.
I'll just do what I want.
Do what I want.
I will be
God,
back,
this
gentlemen.
Raven is so fucking awesome. I love it.
And speaking of which, you know, actually I won't let the channel. Additionally, later in the month, on the second patch of May, we will be seeing a faction and unit chat now available in the Q lobby. VoIP transmission quality improvements, a new Battlemaster variant, and a new Cataphract variant, which will include ECM on the Cataphract variant, and new Mastery bundles. Basically, they realized that there's not a whole lot in those patches, and they went ahead and said, you know, a lot of stuff's being worked on towards the Mask Tech for Wave 3 and the Mech Lab improvements, which they're hoping to get out by June the 2nd. So we now actually have an official date for the Mech Lab. That is not strongly, but hopefully June the 2nd is what Russ says. So,
Sweet.
I wonder if they're
Tell
gonna
us-
do a beta test of it, public beta test.
I would say
It'd be
tell
nice.
us more about it, since I haven't been keeping up on it.
basically it'll be Smurfies, but not in Smurfies in game.
Ah,
Yes. So
It's-
no longer do you have to go to a third-party website to go design the mech you actually want.
It's gonna be awesome. Finally,
Huzzah.
finally a real mech lab.
Yeah, so
Once,
basically a
if it
detailed
gets
view, but
implemented
usable.
and works properly, it will mean MWO has the best mech lab of any Mech Warrior game.
Die.
Pretty awesome.
Die.
It has. We'll see. We'll see.
Right now,
excited.
I would say 4 is probably, or even 3 would be better than the current one.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of
but-
4s.
If they get
Yeah,
it
4
right,
was pretty
it's
good.
it'll be a big improvement.
Because 4 was basically what we're talking about, because it was, you had all your components right there. You could drag and drop everything. The only thing you couldn't do on the same screen, which I think you had to adjust your armor values on a next screen. But you also
Yeah.
you also got the choice of doing the reactive versus the composite armor.
Wait, you guys, I mean, you didn't like MechWarrior 2's Mech Lab? I
I
mean,
like
come on now.
2's Mech Lab. Mostly because I could put as many weapons on there as I wanted and break the
Right.
tonnage.
I was I'm slightly too young to have played that.
All the medium lasers all the time. So,
I definitely
yeah,
thought 4 was the best as far as that's concerned.
moving back to the first topic, Tukian has wrapped up. What?
Oh yes.
What's general? Oh, and congratulations to all those units that participated. Especially congratulations to all the units that finished in the top 5 for each factions. I will not say who won because that would be a bit self-serving, and seeing Tom a member of that faction and the first place team, again self-serving, and kind of still sound self-serving.
Didn't you still kind of
Well
do
done,
that?
Rockstar, for coming in first place.
Thank you.
So, did you guys drop a lot during that? I'm guessing you were dropping as much as you
I-
possibly could.
I didn't get it. Actually, I actually didn't get a chance to drop a whole lot. I was busy with work, unfortunately. But
I would imagine out of the 50 points I needed, I probably got 100 or more. So yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I did manage
dropped
to
a
get
whole
50 points.
Yeah. I
For
got
those
my
of you who
50
don't
points,
know,
that's it.
for the entirety of last week, the Battle of Tukiyid took place, which is a historic event which pits the mighty clan warriors against the stalwart defenders of the Inner Sphere on the single planet Tukiyid as
Sections
arranged by
online.
Comstar. In lore, the clans lose and have to sign a peace treaty which
All
keeps them from
systems
invading the
manual.
Inner Sphere for another 15 years. In MWO, the clans beat ass, and the Inner Sphere was defeated.
Which means we
So-
get Terra, right? Means we get Terra.
Which means we get to fight over Terra.
Well-
we don't actually get it automatically. A clan has to. The clans have to fight each other for it.
I'm the Eel Clan.
The Ill clan, yes.
But I kind of want to expand upon that topic a bit more. What was
Okay.
what was everybody's thoughts on the event at large?
I
What you like,
generally
what you
liked
didn't
it.
like.
I liked it. It was a bit of a grind. The match requirements for me was a grind, but that's probably because I was really busy during the
Yeah,
week
you
and
did
didn't have a lot of
in
time.
a day, 2 days.
I did it in 2 days, and it's because I only had
Wow.
2 days to drop.
But yeah, I remember
It
you
is-
staying up like super late a couple nights in a row. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It is worth noting though that they gave us like 7 or 8 days to actually do this challenge, so
Airstrike
it was probably just a
online.
personal thing for me, it being a bit grindy.
I mean, it was a bit grindy. It was fun, but it was grindy.
It was fun, and I think this was the first time I really felt like true consequence to a CW match. Like
New
we were
target
fighting over a
acquired.
prize.
Yeah, I felt the same
Correct.
thing.
I would say it was fun enough that it drug me out of semi-casual play to come
Oh,
play
those are a lot of lerms.
more competitive.
Really?
We have mechs in our backfield and Echo 4.
It's good stuff. Oh my god, that king crab. He needs to die.
Yeah.
Look at all of his arms. Needs to be punished for that
Watch
bad.
yourself, Viking. You're kind of pushing over there by yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Warning, incoming.
hanging out.
missile.
Bravo, Alex. Bravo. Get him. Get him. Get Bravo.
New target acquired.
Try to kill the crab. I'm now
We got a
regretting my
stormcrow above
decision.
us. Oh god. Oh god. Is he? No. Okay.
Heals
He's not.
at 25%.
He's not a. He's not a street crow.
0%.
Thank
The
you.
Oh,
flag echo.
Oh god.
New target.
Somebody's
acquired.
targeting me.
All the missiles.
Yep. They've got a lot.
That Stormcrow put up a UAV. That's what happened.
Yeah, UAV's up.
UAV is down.
Activated. Target acquired.
Anyone else thoughts, overall opinion on
New
the
target
event?
acquired.
I enjoyed 2K. What do you guys think of
UAV
the
up.
not the? Did I just get
Warning,
narked?
incoming missile.
No, UAV up. Charlie
UAV
2.
is up.
There's an inherent imbalance over the weekend
Warning, incoming missile.
because only clans could actually apply rush
New
strategies.
target acquired.
I just felt like if they were going to extend it a little bit, they should have pushed it all the way back into the weekend.
I do want to point out that while playing as clans, we did not have a single rush match that actually succeeded the entire time. Like, the Inner Sphere drop deck right now is very, very much a harsh counter to the rush. You do not rush stalkers.
No, that's true.
Not well, not efficiently.
Well, you can rush them, but you just die.
And that brings up a
Yeah,
good
they have really high sustainable
Acquired.
damage. They're crazy.
in that the IS got more total damage dealt over clans at the when it was all
New
said and
target
done, according to
acquired.
their stats.
And more mechs destroyed
However, that could also be
as a result of that damage.
Can we kill that Eldring with LRMs?
more damage.
Oh my
doesn't
god,
always,
Saddlemaster needs to get
I
out
would
of my
love
face.
more damage dealt doesn't always mean
It just means that the clans were putting their damage on target more often.
right. Exactly.
Oh.
Well, also,
They just sure got more kills. So.
well,
Yes, but overall, I'd say
winning
that
the event means that the
For
teams
UAV?
on the clan side were superior.
Warning, incoming missile.
More kills doesn't necessarily translate to a victory in a match, though. Like, they could...
Yeah, I know.
You could have a really brutal, like, slog where both sides kill almost everyone
New target
versus an
acquired.
extremely one-sided
Target
stomp.
destroyed.
But on the other hand, their only win condition basically the entire event was kill the entire enemy
Critical
team.
damage.
This is true.
Where Clan still had the destroy generators, destroy Omega win match objective option. So I think if you flipped it the other way, I don't
Raven
know
behind
if
us.
it would necessarily be as drastic.
Target acquired. Fuel at 25%.
what do you guys think of the not only the match requirement but the
Warning,
point requirement
incoming
for a
missile.
match to count?
I could do
New
the point
target
requirement
acquired.
easily.
Yeah, the 80-point
Yeah,
requirement
80
was
points is nothing.
relatively
in a
nothing.
match.
New
Well,
target
shoot somebody
I
with
missed it
each
twice,
mech.
and the reason I missed that 80 points twice is because we did rush.
Yeah, exactly. Basically,
saw-
like my minimum was like 100 match points score in like a really bad match where everything went wrong.
New target acquired.
Saw someone talking about making it so that like you can get more than 1 point per match depending on your score. I don't remember the exact system they had set up, but did you guys see that at all? Or
Critical.
Yeah, I saw that. I think it might not have
multiple
been a
people
bad
have
idea.
suggested that before for various different point challenges.
Fuel at 25%. Fuel at 0%.
I'm not opposed to it because I think my probably average was between like 200 and 300, so I would have gotten 2 or 3 points every match. But
I think I averaged like 300 a match.
I was like 250 to 300.
All I know is I hardly got to participate.
Oh my gosh, that freaking Battlemaster wouldn't have spent so much time in front of my face. I would have done more damage.
do everyone think the rewards were pretty fair with the 2 different mechs, one on IS, one on clan side, the
yeah, that was
MC and the XP and the C-bills?
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I think that actually the rewards were really good. They're some of the best that we've had so far.
I think that they're always improving on those too. It seems like they're always getting really close to the mark of what you think is fair.
Yep. That Warhawk was one of the variants that was released later in the store. It's the one with the energy hardpoint in the CT, so that was actually a really good deal for a lot of people because even vets who had the founders packs for the clans did not necessarily have that Warhawk. So I thought it was a good decision.
Yeah. I'll switch.
What would anyone like to have seen done differently? Obviously, Hickage's analysis of the attack defend on the planet is an interesting one in the aspect of should there be a way for them to have a neutral game mechanic where perhaps like each side controls 50% of the world at the beginning, and as you push further into, as if let's say the clans are more in favor at the time, so they gain more than 50% of the world, so they're getting more attacks versus the Inner Sphere. Well, I guess they'd be getting less attacks and more defense because they would have less territory to take, whereas the Inner Sphere would get more counterattack and attack opportunities on the other side. Would that be something people would be interested in, or is that too complicated?
Well, I think what you could do is just have each side split 50-50, so on like the first 50% it's all clans will be on defense, and the other 50% of the planet's IS is on the defense.
I literally just said that.
Well, sort of. You said that as it progressed more, it would change who was getting the defenses, but it literally stayed those defenses, so you'd all have all the game modes at all times.
Yeah,
rather than a progressional change.
But it would literally change, because if 50-50, you would have a 50% chance at getting, you know, an attack or a defense, right? But if clans control 55% of the planet, there's only a 45% chance that they're going to get an attack versus defense. Literally just said that.
Except I'm not talking about physical change of who's attacking. It's half of the markers are for clans, and the other half of the markers are for inner sphere. So if they have 60% of the planet, there'll still be 50% of them are normal defenses, and the other 50% would be
You're saying no matter what happened on the planet itself, basically it doesn't flip. Like it would flip, but then it wouldn't stay that way.
It would still be inner sphere is technically on the defense on the one half of the planet. So you would have counterattack and defense for those tokens.
We should probably pay attention for this one.
Let's try Shore.
Ghost, do you know if they're a good team or not?
Yeah, they're decent.
Didn't Seraphim have more than one team?
I think they've got two different.
I think they do. They're a pretty big group as well.
Water, water, water.
Because not swearing and playing a video game is fun, right?
Huh? Oh,
not...
fuck yeah. Well, I think I just undermined my own point.
Acquired.
I think you made your point even better.
I was agreeing with you that it wasn't fun, but I was agreeing with the sarcasm.
Right.
So.
Well, by you throwing the fucking.
Noxon, push left with me a bit. We'll flank from the left side. The rest of the guys should focus.
Airstrike online.
Kerpla!
Dual Gauss, Crab, Delta 4, Delta 3.
That is not where I made my arty strike. Crabe! Don't fight him alone, Major!
What?
Or is that Alex?
That's Alex.
Can't tell, you're both in Ravens.
I'm behind a rock. I'm the one with the EC inside next to me.
Activated.
Alex, we might kill this guy.
I mean, that's why we're playing the game, right?
Kill a dude?
Nope, his team came. They're bailing him out. Couldn't handle the Ravens.
God damn it.
Raven's too strong. Oh,
Ravens
damn.
are too strong.
Oh, dang.
The Raven 2X is too strong for many, many mechs.
New target acquired. Left arm destroyed.
Oh, Echo, I want to kill that Battlemaster so bad. Bravo.
Golf, Noxon, golf, King Crab.
Oh, someone used my arty.
Alright, let's push in.
I can't see him.
New target acquired.
That Jägermech had 0 armor.
Target destroyed.
Kilo
around
Crab,
us, Ghost
yeah.
and Nox, we've got a fire starter. Oh, he's buggered off.
Heat level critical.
On golf.
Target destroyed.
Golf down.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Fire
Heat
shot
level
coming on our left.
critical. Target destroyed.
Nice.
No. I was killed by jazz hand.
New target acquired.
That is a most excellent name.
Jump.
Why am I the one person that dies every round? I don't like this.
Because you suck.
It's your job.
Oh.
I do have to say this is the first time I piloted Raven 2X in like 3 years.
Because you're the group leader, pal. That's how it works.
That's true. That's true. My balls are just bigger than everybody else's.
That's what it is. They weigh you down, brother.
That's not awkward.
So I'm told.
Awkward.
And you gotta love the big testes, right?
My salty chocolate balls.
I imagine it would be tasty.
Indeed. So, any other suggestions, thoughts, improvements, ideas for the future for those? Because, I mean, obviously this will not be the only event of its type with as much hype and whatnot that went into it, and especially given the turnout that was caused by it, I'm thinking this will happen at least probably once at the end of every CW season, so once every, 3 to 4 months it looks like they're going right now. If not, maybe one in the middle of the season also.
I would like, as just general improvement, just to be more involved like that throughout the entire map. So any key capital world being addressed. Why does it have to be just Tukid? I understand that's the big battle, but why can't we have a couple other?
All right. No, okay. So let's
smaller
explore
ones
that for a second. So okay, let's say that Smokejag gets to Luthien, then, right? Now, if they get to Luthien and they engage attack on it, does that mean the entire everybody from the clans and the Inner Sphere is all forced to be there for, let's say, 3 days? Or is that just an attack that's going on that can support more than the standard 15, and you can get additional allies inbound, so the Smokejags wouldn't just be attacking it by themselves against the entire Inner Sphere?
You could either have it where that everyone could get on it again, just have less total matches, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you could have it, I think, I'm not sure if it's better or worse though, is you could have it so that it would be only Smokejag and only
Drag?
Yeah, only Drag. And then it would pop up for everyone that, hey, this is going to be occurring since they've reached this point, and then give them a day or so's enough notice that they could change factions if they had, the ability to within their contract.
Now, would that encourage faction hopping, you think, more? And additionally, would Smokejag or Drac then be able to launch other attacks alongside each other's borders while this is going on, or would this be just a singular event where everybody from each faction would be funneled in there?
I'm not sure how they'd go about that. I just laid the ideas out, man. So like,
Ghost, we're theorycrafting here. That's why the whole point of theorycrafting.
well, I'm spitballing at the moment. I'm just bouncing it off all of you. What do you think? I mean,
I'm not opposed to it. I'm asking you more questions about it, which shows my interest in it.
I think that it's got promise. I just don't know how you'd work out all the specifics. It would have to be something that is of a smaller scale than Tukid, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And whether or not they'd want to involve everyone, either officially or unofficially, I don't think it really matters. I think the same thing's going to happen regardless. I think people are either going to be faction hopping in order to get a piece of the action, or they're going to hope that they can directly join on that as an ally or whatever.
Well, I think the issue is if you have it all Smokejags versus all DC, the population difference there is insane. And if you have and as much as it's going to suck that it'll happen, if you have it be all clan versus all IS, you'll have the lore people going, oh, but that's not how it happened. So,
well, we've just proven that doesn't matter too much.
Oh yeah, but what they could do is they've been talking about having these not full-on invasion battles like the 4v4s or whatever. Maybe
fights.
Yeah, like have Smokejag versus DC for that, and then have anyone else can join on these other minor scrimmages. But I don't know.
So that's an option as well, as a way of also downsizing.
I think as long as there's a decent reward, if they're going to do something similar like what they did for this last week, that I think you'd still get a pretty good draw and make it worth people's while to, break contracts or whatever if they're able to get into that fight.
But, what about rewards? Because, that's one of the things that made that event huge, is because everybody's like, oh, I get, there were rewards for its different levels, too. Can't do that for every, major planet, can you? Unless you separate it out by a certain amount of time, maybe?
Maybe that's something they can start to put in once they put in the actual faction rewards, the actual loyalty rewards. Like they've got the system now, and I don't remember if this was their final go at the system, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Not to mention that this would need to tie in to a economy. I would think that
Yeah.
that would help support it greatly, the importance of it.
Online.
Otherwise, what
Sensors
is the point? You know,
online.
make it so that there's
Weapons
something heavily being
online.
fought over, not just the name.
All systems
Now, are you
nominal.
talking purely in the aspect of when planets actually have real value, and so this would be
Yeah.
further down the line that you're thinking?
Resource
about?
value of some sort. Mm-hmm.
So would that resource value be
Wave
At
4
25%.
CW, yeah.
Yeah, give things weight as far as
But
if
what's
you
with the
lose
weight?
given planet, what are you losing? Are you losing experience points? Are you losing? Is it something that's like, I don't know.
Are you taking people's LP
repairing the
values away? Are you?
That's what I'm saying. Are you trying to hit them in the wallet? Or are you trying to hit them in the, like, as far as the actual in-game resources, such as, I don't know. Let's just say that the cost of certain things go up.
On Huggle.
I'm just throwing out examples. Feel free to shoot them down or
Come here,
offer
Huggle.
others.
Target
Now you have to be
acquired.
careful about making it so that if you lose a
Airstrike
planet, you
online.
lose a huge major thing, because then, I mean, it'll cause
There are a lot of
Snowballing.
planets. I think incremental bonuses would be better. Small things that stack up over time.
So like the
Target
longer you hold this
acquired.
planet, the more you start to get out of it, kind of deal.
No, the more of these planet you
Airstrike
hold, the more
online.
you get out of it, kind of deal.
Well-
There are a lot of planets.
Well, there could be some issues
Alex,
with
the
that,
Huggle. Get the Huggle.
given that clans have so much less territory than, say, I mean, like, I mean, you look at, like, Davian or from last round, or even Merrick, right? I mean, their borders were barely touched, so, you know,
Delta, Direwolf.
if you were
Delta 2.
looking to make a faction stronger than it already was, then, I mean, I feel like you could easily go off the deep end with that. What about, like, areas of control on the actual map? Like, maybe you control these 5 or 6 worlds,
New
and so it
target
gives you this
acquired.
sort of bonus.
That's a neat idea. I
that'd
like that.
be really neat, actually. Yeah.
Because
And
you could negate the giant swaths of space that David
Right,
has,
right, well-
by putting it in the back, and it's worth 5 points. rather
No,
than-
no, I'm
New
saying
target
unless it's been
acquired.
fought over, it'd be worth nothing.
Mm.
Airstrike
So you would throw it like only
New target
territories on
acquired.
the edge of each, war zone would actually be considered for this value. So like any faction that has even the clans with
Target
their like
destroyed.
small groups of like
New
entry level
target
worlds that
acquired.
they have at the beginning of each would not
Level
count as
critical.
those unless of course they came under
New
attack or
target
something.
acquired.
So that way, it
Which,
would-
if modern CW is to be believed, will
Oh.
happen.
which
You
that
need
way,
to not be there.
Fuel at 25%.
that
Now I
way,
need to not be there.
Yeah, exactly. Which would then, I feel like, eliminate some of the... Because, I mean, if you just made every world worth something from the get-go, those really... I mean, basically every Intersphere faction would have a huge advantage over the clans.
Thanks, Knox.
You're welcome. For
Whereas,
stealing
is if you made it areas of control, like 5, 6, maybe 10 planets, and if you control all of those, you get some sort of resource boost, and only after the section has been fought over by each
Target
side
destroyed.
would that actually come into
New
being.
target acquired.
Come up the ramp.
I got a Huggle chasing me. Delta 3.
Thought you wanted the
Heat
Huggle after
level
you.
critical.
I did.
New target
Huggle dead.
Now he's
acquired.
done and made a
Fuel
mistake.
at
See, he's
25%.
like that. He wants people to chase Huggles, and then people chase Huggles, and he's like, nope, not gonna help. Nope.
No,
Yeah,
you want the
yeah,
Huggle
yeah.
chasing him.
Yeah,
Then
and
he
I
found
helped.
the guy that he was
Acquired.
complaining about.
Got Charlie 2 gonna die.
I just felt like it was something that people needed to know.
Heat level critical.
Thanks, Ghost.
No, screw you, Sans. Die to the Huggle.
I totally
Oops.
killed the Huggle. What's up?
Finish that direwolf off.
There were 2 of them. There was a second Huggle.
It was Huggle squared, guys. It was Huggle squared.
Pull back, Knox.
Can I just say I really like that like slang name for that mech?
Fuel at 25%.
Pleases me. Yes.
Target destroyed.
Does it Does it rustle your jimmies?
New target acquired.
No, that's the opposite of
Fuel
pleased.
at 25%.
Rustling your jimmies means I would be upset by it.
Oh man, I
Happy
feel like
about
it could be either way, because I feel like, you know, sometimes getting your jimmies rustled is, you know, yeah.
Well, yeah, if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I
here's a
think Alex is into that kind of
Target
thing.
acquired.
I mean, you
I
can't-
would assume so, yeah.
You can't just
There was
say,
a third one?
rustle my jimmy,
More huggle.
and just automatically put a negative
Gas
connotation on
tank
it.
at 25%.
So going back
My
to
huggle.
the planets for a second, since there'd be an economy, would there also, besides a benefit to having planets, there'd also be a detriment? Like, if the more planets you have, the more upkeep you have to pay, stuff like that.
Could be. All that
Maybe
kind of
that'd
stuff
be
was touched on like months ago too, back when CW originally came out. People were discussing about economy, resource values, and
Yeah.
positives and negatives to it. But I fully agree with that thought process that you have there. Make it so that the more planets you get, yes, okay, maybe you get access to other things resource-wise, but it comes at a price.
And I like
But you don't want to make it outweigh to the point where you don't want to go after the resources.
It should definitely be a net positive, but it shouldn't be a huge positive. I like the grouping planets idea. That's pretty neat.
Well, I think if you do it that way, you run into less shenanigans, because unless it's been fought over, it won't pop up. Once it's been fought over by each side, then whatever side controls it at the end gets the benefit from it. It also encourages counterattack, as let's say a 10-planet boost is minus 25%. Well, that's going to be too high. Like minus 10% to all light buying if you're a member of said faction who controls said zone or something, right?
Right.
It's actually not a terrible thing, especially if some new light mechs come out. So, you know, that might be something that then, you know, each side, you know, let's say Smoke Jag, just because they've been the example
My
so
bad.
far. Smoke Jag takes it, and then Drax are like, oh man, this new light mech came out. Well, we'd really like to take that, and might force some extra people to get on and try and get that, you know, section back over the next few days. I think it just could be something interesting in addition to, you know, actually giving the planets metrics, but also making sure that it's kind of balanced at the beginning so that, you know, the clans aren't at a gigantic disadvantage, or even small factions like Liao aren't at a huge disadvantage compared to you know, its neighbors. Because I mean, let's face it. I mean, Liao is by far the next smallest faction, and if they continue to do map updates and whatnot as time goes by, and realistic map updates, so like the Isles of Skye getting their independency, Free Worlds League, blah blah blah, that kind of thing would also change, and also the smaller nations would give them more incentive not to stay defensive the entire time and hold the territory they have.
So to spitball, what kind of bonuses would you, like, not putting numbers on anything, but what could you see as being a worthwhile, you know, gain having planets, aside from just say mech cost?
Well, that's going to be the tricky part, right? Because out of the people in this room, right, at least, 5 of us, I would say, are probably full whales. So, I mean, it's not like I ever need a new mech. Like, I just don't. I have every mech I will ever probably want in the game, and I will probably pay real cash for them, so I get them sooner than everybody else. So, it'd be hard to try and find, and also, I mean, seeing as how CW is already kind of catered towards, you know, those of us who already have, you know, fully loaded decks and understand the game and whatnot, it would be interesting to see what kind of balance they would strike to get people that are, you know, free, especially post Steam, right? Because that's really what we're not going to have any values on any worlds until after it hits Steam release. So we're going to see an influx, well, we hope at least, an influx of new players. So with that being said, how do you really balance the CW map so that the newbie players that are just coming in, A, aren't super deterred because they're just getting stomped by 12 mans, but also B, you know, they have some sort of incentive reward, like beyond just a couple mech bays to go join CW. Like maybe it's some kind of, you know, mech reward, or maybe it's some sort of percentage mech off reward, or something to help increase their drop deck size at a faster rate than they would be getting it otherwise.
Right.
While
I mean,
at the same
you could
time
take a page from War Thunder, where they maybe have like those small little rewards for like 2 matches or 3 matches that are, you know, incremental, you know, C-bill increases for small amount of time or something like that.
Yeah, that's certainly not the. I mean, you figure every free-to-play game really that MechWarrior is going against has some sort of, you know, in addition to premium time and stuff like that for just about all of them, they also have like some sort of random roll loot box or some sort of consumable that adds to your, you know, have an extra 50% C-bills for 3 matches, or have an extra, you know, 30% XP generation for the next, or like even better, like maybe say 20% to free XP generation for the next couple matches, or
GXP or whatever.
yeah, or like a 1-to-1 transfer of GXP to standard XP for a match. You know, who knows? I mean, you can do a lot of things with just consumable rewards like that. And maybe you make it even, you know, if you control certain territories, you get, say, 2 or 3 of those per day versus, you know, I mean, I think the other thing would be as long as you log in and play like 1 CW match, because, I mean, overall, right, I mean, we're trying to make the map interesting. We're trying to make it balanced for new people so that they'll enjoy it and want to play, and that the veterans want to play. And I think one of the easier ways to do that is make some sort of consumable reward where, you know, even if you play 1 or 2 CW, like make it 1 to 3 CW matches played per day. As long as you do that, you get some sort of like bonus box, and you open the box and there's a random roll in there of whatever your consumable item is, right? And maybe you control certain territories, and maybe you get 2 or 3 bonus boxes. Maybe that they do some sort of weekend events every once in a while, in addition to, you know, what they've been doing recently, where they, you know, for every 3 CW matches you play this weekend, you'll get an extra bonus box on top of your daily one. You know, or just, there's a lot of things you can do with like little consumable, like one-shot items like that make the game. I mean, Sans said it before, it adds a certain amount of gambling to the game, and anytime people get to
gamble,
and anytime people, you know, get to gamble at something or roll a dice or open a box or anything that is an additional reward besides them just playing, everybody likes that. Like,
right.
It's just something that people like doing.
I can testify to that because I recently started playing a little bit of Hearthstone again, and I forget how much fun it is just to go open packs of cards up just to see what's in there.
What's in there? I don't know. Oh, hey, that's a pretty cool word. Oh man, I got shafted this time. Well, hopefully I'll get a better one tomorrow. You know.
Oh, here, I'll go throw $5 into this if I wanted a better pack.
Right. I mean, they could even on like the gift page or like the or whatever, where you get to spend, you know, like 300 or 500 MC to open, you know,
come around behind us.
Am I marked right now? Because I feel like I'm marked.
Come back, Vindicator.
There's like 6 of them in D6 and E6.
Fuel at
Want to live dangerous.
God, I hate playing games like other games for a couple of days and come back and like playing like anything not quite that game. I was just trying to
Main Force Echo 6.
That's
oh god.
Acquired.
Bravo CT, both side torsos.
New target acquired.
Oh. He's one lucky Vindicator.
Yeah, he's a super lucky Vindicator. Why is he still alive?
Now he's not.
Thank you.
Damage.
Oh, what the heck is that? That is a Pirate's Bane.
The Peebles. Yes.
Got a loner out in Charlie 5 right now.
Working on him.
Target destroyed.
Oh, ghost.
What just hit me? Oh, artillery.
Fuel at 0%. New target acquired.
Not so clever now, Pirate's Bane.
Yes.
New target acquired.
Oh,
Come back, Firestarter.
Come back, buddy. Come back. I just want to
run.
I want to hug you and kiss you with large lasers. It's fine.
New target
He's running to his
acquired.
base.
No, he's faster than I am. No.
He's not faster than me.
What is that, Dogma? Or
Okay, he is actually slightly faster.
He should be faster than you.
New
Yeah,
target
just
also
run
acquired.
out
got
the
some
base.
base.
Tell me where you're going. Tell me where you're going. Let me line up that back meat shot.
Tasty back, man.
X
We have
will
a
give it
missed
to you.
link top of Echo 6.
There we go. One. Oh God, he turned
Target
around.
destroyed.
Yeah, definitely just DFA'd somebody.
Yeah.
New target acquired.
Just
Too bad
moved
I'm a
over to
better
Delta
light
6.
pilot than this scrub.
Oh! What's happening in front of me,
Destroyed.
Alex? Jeez.
I
Having
baited the
some
shit
troubles
out
there,
of that guy.
Ghost.
Just typing fast.
You stole it!
Stole. I came around the corner, I was like, I think I'll take that.
Target
Still one other
acquired.
person out
New
there except
target
that pirate's
acquired.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a missed link. He's running around on the top of the ring. Last I saw him, he was on Delta 6.
Target destroyed.
Careful with that tower
New
fire
target.
there.
I didn't hit
Acquired.
you. Shut up, bro.
New
Yeah, there's
target
something.
acquired.
I'll straight mess you up,
Incoming
son.
Missile. New target
Keep trading with me,
acquired.
please.
No.
No, trade with me.
No.
Warning incoming.
Come
missile.
on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
How do you realize
Gas
he's
ammo
marked?
at 25%.
Ugh.
Enemy base is being
Come
captured.
down, friend. I'm capping
all
your
change
base.
tomorrow.
I want to hug you.
Laser hugs!
I don't wanna cap.
Well, if Turd Ferguson's gonna stay up there, dude, might
Enemy
as well.
base is being captured.
Oh. Oh! Oh!
Fuel at
Oh.
25%.
Smoke.
Fuel at 0%.
I just took off something of
Enemy
his.
base is
It was an
being
arm.
captured.
Come on, where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
Did that even land anything? Because I didn't get hit at all.
It like went between us.
He's in Delta 6 right now.
Enemy base is being
What a
captured.
jerk.
Yeah, right.
Gotta protect that KDA.
Kitty. R?
Kill death assist.
Assists is not counted.
Enemy base is
It
being
should be.
captured.
They seem to matter more than kills on like every competition ever.
What up?
What a scrub.
Yep.
Everyone point on left is on the right out of the lobby.
He did a whopping 63 damage.
Oof. He dropped it already like right on top of us. I thought for sure we'd get hit by that.
Man, if I had been my 2-year large 3L, he would not have survived.
Well, one good thing about us all dropping together like this, no one suspects it being one huge group.
That is right.
It's totally not a group together at all.
It's like a couple MS guys, an SJR guy, and some CGBI guys. I don't know.
No, they're not together.
No, I don't
Skittles.
know. Taste the rainbow.
What?
We should do that one night. That would be awesome. Like a true Skittle drop, where like everybody's a different faction.
That would be funny.
All
Different
4
faction,
clans and all
somebody's gotta come in
6
blue.
clans.
Some of that's gotta be yellow, somebody's gotta be red.
All the Skittles.
Kind of reminds me of that time that a couple of us decided to all drop in hunchbacks of different color. Do you remember that, Sans?
Huh? Which one?
Welcome to tonight. Do you remember when we all dropped in hunchbacks but different colors?
Yeah, that was I remember that because it had a couple of really truly painful matches in it.
It did. It did.
That was back before the Hunchback had quirks, and you had to rely on numbers, but if they outnumbered you, you were fucked. And if you got on a map like Alpine, you were fucked because it was like all small pulse lasers. So we could not actually engage at long range. It was awful.
Party backs.
It was fun, but it was fun in that kind of desperate kind of way.
In
Where you
additional
either do
news
very well or
coverage,
lose miserably.
I think we had really good success one time, I think, on Forest City Colony when they ran out in the water and everyone just charged out of the cave down the hill at them.
Yeah.
in additional news coverage, last week the Resistance 2 collection was announced. So anybody interested in purchasing some probably not all that useful mechs, go check out the Resistance 2 page, which I think includes the Mauler, the Black Knight, the Crabe, and the Wolfhound, which the Wolfhound might not be terra bad. I'm thinking the Crab could possibly have a role. The Black Knight's got low slung energy in its torso, which is a frowny face. And the Mauler is going to have giant missile hunches, which I don't know if they're going to be pulled off the mech if you don't run missiles, but I don't think they would be, in which case you're going to have extra things that can be shot from the side.
If those
to do
humps
front
go
torso
away,
damage.
though, the Mauler will be the best IS ballistic assault because of where the ballistics are placed on the mech. They will be murderous.
Yeah, I mean, it could be quite good. The other problem with it is it going to be, because it looks kind of from the photos that it could be as wide as an Awesome. And if it's as wide as an Awesome and it's got giant shoulders you can shoot from the side to murder its side torsos, things are basically going to be useless.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well,
but
it's going to have the side torsos.
All,
no
in my
matter what,
opinion,
they're going to be tall.
all of the mechs. The Black Knight is going to be the one that's most dependent on what quirks it gets. But the other three mechs, I feel, could do well depending on circumstance, but might suck also depending on circumstance. So this is a really kind of a roll of the dice pack. I got it, but that's just because I want crabs so that my king crabs can have minion crabs. But
he just wants additional venereal disease.
I'm a bit of a collector.
No, Alex, we can have true crab battles.
Crab people. No, my idea was a King of the Hill type game where the IS gets a king crab and 11 crabs, and the clans get a dire wolf and 11 novas, and the goal is to kill the big mech before the other team does.
Where are they? Where are they? Where are they?
I don't fucking know. They're just like...
Fix it.
Target acquired.
Hilariously, you could actually make some modifications to the game where, like, all the Novas can do is, like, small lasers, and all the crabs can do is, like, small
Charlie
lasers.
4.
Well,
Charlie
then the novas would win, because the novas could field way more small lasers
Well,
than
I
crabs
suppose that's
can.
true. Maybe the Novas can only do medium lasers, and the crabs can do smalls. There's probably a way to balance that out. and make it hilarious and fun.
We'll get back to you on that when we get our hands on it.
Right?
It depends on the crab's hitboxes, mostly. I'm not sure if I want it to be a beast standard engine tank, or if I want it to have amazing XL engine hitboxes. It's kind of like both could be good, but both could also be bad. Hard to say. Delta Jaegermech. See you there, awesome.
Fuel at 25%. Fuel.
I think I just dropped an artillery strike on an urban mech.
Airstrike.
What a
Yeah,
waste.
apparently when you shoot urban mechs with 2 Gauss, they don't
Target
die.
acquired.
It depends. Their side torsos are beast good. Like they are really.
God.
It is really good. It is really hard to CT an urban mech.
New target acquired.
I think we're winning.
At the moment, no one is.
I'm not 100% on it either. On this.
They've got
Hey,
a
fuck
few that
off!
are
Stop
pretty
shooting
hurt,
large lasers
but
at me, jerk.
Target destroyed. New
here,
target
Locust.
acquired. Target destroyed.
Come here, buddy.
New target acquired.
No, don't run from the
we got
laser.
3 in Charlie
Critical
5, Charlie
damage.
4,
Airstrike.
India Dragon CT.
Left leg
Down.
critical damage. Left arm destroyed. New target acquired.
Ah, missed.
Bang.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Shit is hitting here.
Target
I'm
acquired.
okay with that.
Xanalos killed Xanalos.
Yeah, that was the Zeus that was trying to facehug me. And winning because
probably hit
I'm a
the
Raven
overheat
and he's a
key.
Zeus. I've got 2 next to me. Where is... There he is.
Target acquired. Target
Just
destroyed.
touch that Raven. There you go.
New target
Yeah, he's dead.
acquired.
I touched him in his naughty place.
Not
Mm,
nice.
It's a locust.
Oh, that's the same one I'd been chasing for a while. Come back, friend.
What? Oh, come on.
You hit him.
Target
You totally hit him.
destroyed.
yeah.
I didn't see even like a shoulder blow off or like a arm or anything.
You
go.
hit him CT. It didn't do enough damage to kill him. It turned him cherry red.
That was with dual Gauss too.
One of your Gauss must have missed then.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that he did 15 points of damage to a rear torso on a mech that was already open on a locust, especially, and didn't get a kill. Broken IS.
I feel like I got robbed.
Well,
there.
broken light mechs, I suppose, not IS mechs, but just broken.
I was
in
having
general.
trouble with that Panther too. He didn't want to register damage. But then he let me line up a shot perfectly.
Speaking of potentially broken light mechs, right, Cheetah?
Oh.
Yeah.
So much potential.
We are a month and a half out.
Very excited.
That light is gonna break everything.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
don't know what the IS is going to do.
Well, luckily, I think we're actually 2.5 months out. I think we'll be getting the Cauldron Born and the Executioner first.
Do they give IS, like, streak turrets to defend their base?
That would be interesting.
Mm.
Because, I mean, the bottom line is they're not going to have streaks. And so the old IS Light Rush, which was still worked pretty well, even when clans brought, multiples. I mean,
It's going to become OP as shit.
Yeah, it seemed like 4 to 6 was the magic number for the clans, like 4 to 6 Stormcrow / Mad Doges. You brought it.
Now
you
it's
brought,
just 12 Arctic Cheetahs.
Just you, Major.
Yeah, now
sorry.
with the Arctic Cheetah and them only having streak 2s, I don't know what PGI is going to do about that, because I feel like they know it's going to be an issue, but they haven't posted anything about it.
Well, and here's an issue. Every one of those is going to be carrying ECM.
Can totally do that, yep.
Right, I mean, every mech will carry ECM. They'll all have 6 laser hard points. And, I mean, basically, gens are just going to get murdered very quickly. So I wonder, I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do about it. I feel like that's probably something that's already crossed multiple people's minds, but I don't know the easiest way for them to try and fix that. And the easiest way would be to give IS clan streak tech.
I mean, it's getting close to that timeline-wise anyway, isn't it?
I don't remember when the IS got expanded streak launchers.
Let me double check.
I don't think it was too late, and seeing as how we're in 2550 or 3052 already, I mean it's not like it should be that far away, but I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. And that would honestly be the easiest way, because you make a Kintaro, or you make a
For Clan 2826, for IS 3058.
oh, not till 58. Oh wow.
Well, that's for the Streak 6.
yeah, it's
I
quite a
don't
ways
know if
away.
It's really for the Streak 4.
Hey, gentlemen.
So I mean, with that being said,
I see how it is. You just come back whenever you want, Seth.
We should kick him out.
Asshole.
They needed 12 for their scrim, and someone just came in, so...
Alright.
All right, guys. Seth is invited. Are you ready for me, please?
So, question.
Who just dropped?
Don't know.
I
That's a
see
good
this.
question.
Just dropped.
Oh, weird. I just tried to ready up and it dropped me.
Why hate us, Isaac?
I don't know.
Yeah, so unless they give them like experimental streak tech or something, I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do. Also, we have 4 assaults at the moment.
I'll switch, don't worry. I'll go into my 2X.
So was it ever mentioned possible ideas of changing up some of the core mechanics as far as CW drops were concerned with the actual drop decks themselves? Like, as far as right now, we're allowed to bring essentially whatever we want to whatever that drop is. Do you think anyone's mentioned anything along the lines of, well, what if we did one that was just, all right, this next drop is going to be, you know, this mode, but also centered around an assault group pushing in as opposed to a recon group? So it would be comprised mainly of assaults and heavies. And then the other one would be a recon group, which would be comprised of mainly lights with the occasional mediums. And then maybe they could have another one that's more of a mix of mediums and heavies.
That I think would be a
Alright,
cool way to go about it.
Are you saying like different tonnage than they have now per match? Like, how do you envision that happening?
So I'm envisioning, instead of limiting by tonnage, limiting it by class for certain drops. Not all of them, just making it more random. Because right now we're limited by tonnage, which is all fine and good, but that's why you have...
Or 2 lights and 2 mediums for the recon drop. The mixed, I could have one of each.
Right.
So basically I could have now, and then the assault drop I could have
Right.
2
Exactly.
assaults, a heavy and a medium.
Because right now you're forcing... It's the same old story of you're forcing us to take basically the best of each class, you know, just because we're tonnage limited.
Wouldn't the easiest way to do that just be put 3 randomized tonnages in, like make a 250, 200, a 250, and like
But
a
people
300?
will still bring...
Well, they're going to min-max no matter what they do. I mean,
Right, they're still going to take a freaking direwolf to a recon drop. What I'm saying is actually limited so that you can't even take the assault. You can't even take the heavy.
They won't do that.
I think what he's saying is that if you just have 3 different tonnages...
No, I get what he's saying.
Okay,
I
yeah.
just am saying they're never going to do that, because
Yeah.
as soon as you take out a class that like is somebody's favorite, they're going to be like, well, fuck that, I'm not going to.
Well, it's not every single time. It's random.
All right,
You're looking
so,
and you're joining something specifically because it's random. You don't have to join that match.
If
We
one out
have
of
an
every 3
impromptu.
matches, I can't play what I want to play, I'm not going to play that game though.
So we have an impromptu last-minute guest. Tony will be joining us for our last few matches here.
Tony!
Okay. But hold on, before we get off track of that, okay, as a flip side to your argument, Alex, yes, okay, I'm forcing you into
I'm not
something you
saying
don't want to
you're
play, but
wrong.
what about the people that want to drop in something else specific, where they don't always want to go up against an assault?
I'm not even saying it's a bad idea. All I'm simply saying is CW already has a lack of people in it compared to the overall population we know plays the game. Any idea where you're going to be making people even more limited in their selections, and I know plenty of people that love to pilot assaults, and so as soon as you include, if it's a 1 out of 3 chance that they can't bring an assault that round, they're going to be like, screw it, dude. I don't
You've
want to
also
play that
got to
game.
remember, Ghost, not everyone has a vast stable of battle mechs like most of the
I
people
understand
in this
that,
room do.
but can't you make that so that it's more or less
Well,
maybe different
yeah,
levels
probably.
within the drops? So, okay, let's say you fit within this tier of, I don't know, you can even base it off ELO for all I care.
Well, now you're splitting up CW.
Not so much.
Russ was hardcore on that in his town. No more buckets, as he said.
So he wants to get rid of that entirely.
Oh, man.
That is a bad place for a bad mech to go.
Kit Fox and Timberwolf killed them all.
Honestly, dude, the only way I see your suggestion of it happening is what I said earlier, which is you make 3 separate tonnages, and it's a random roll which one you get out of each drop, which means you also have to put a mechanic then where you have a 200 tonnage drop deck set, a 300 or 250 tonnage drop deck set, and 300 tonnage drop deck set. You have to do all 3 of them.
And then you need like 5,000 modules, so it increases how much money you need to even start getting into it.
Which again,
even more than it is already now.
Given this last weekend and given
Seth,
everybody in here, all of us can do that pretty much immediately, right? But then that's even further barriers to entry for the average layman, and especially given Steam release, and probably that we're going to have a lot more laymen in here shortly.
Kage, something behind us.
That further, exacerbates.
I think we already have a big problem alienating entry-level players in this game. I don't want to make it worse.
It's alright.
Well,
They left us. What can we say?
Artillery strike.
If you want, I could make the leap to connect it. Trial mechs.
Target
They,
acquired.
I mean, the simple fact of the matter is most of the trial mechs in the game right now are actual duty. Like
They are not good. They are the opposite of good.
The champions for the IS side aren't bad.
Some of them
they're
are
not
good.
bad, but they're not good.
Acquired.
They're not great, but they're not
An
what they
XL
used
6
to
large
be.
pulse laser Banshee.
Well, yeah, but you remember the old trial mechs where people would just have to like try and fight with like a Lerm catapult, and that was it. Like that was the
Oh,
only
right.
weapon that you had on there.
Laser Nova.
Right.
But you say that, but a counter argument to me saying the system sucks is not saying the system used to suck more.
Yeah,
That's not-
I'm gonna
that's
agree with
not
I mean,
their
I
fault for that.
don't disagree, but what we're saying is this is trying to
acquired.
expand and get more people in now,
Airstrike.
not
Airstrike.
add, because then you have to add some sort of clan champion variants, and who knows how long that gets to take out. And also, who knows, I mean, you start running into fatigue then, because if you only have 4 clan champion variants for a while, which are the ones that you can take into, this said new game mode, and they don't add Wave 2 or Wave 3 stuff for a while, or even the other part of Wave 1, then you're further splitting the community, and people can only drop in those, and they'll see other people have shiny new shit, and they'll be like, why can't I drop in that? Well, it's because you can't afford to buy 3 new executioners, basic them all, elite them all, get them set up, get 3 different drop decks set up, get 3 different, modules on 3 different executioners that you want for each of those drops. Like, it's just, it's not going to work.
Well, let me first. Some of those I don't have an answer to, but the one you're talking about, fatigue, where you can only have a few number of trial mechs. It's not exactly hard to build an efficient mech.
Invite
that will
Tony.
be,
Invite.
like,
Welcome, Antonius Rex.
like I'm sure everyone in this lobby could easily within 5 minutes create 1 mech, maybe 2, maybe even 3 mechs that would be efficient in a battle, if not.
Yeah, but we all
if
have
not meta.
like 90 plus
But-
mechs right now each.
But I understand exactly what you're saying, but here's already my first counter to you. A, there are no clan champions right now, and you just illustrated how easy it would be to do it. So that is so far in the back burner, they haven't even done it yet. B, anytime you're taking away from making these champion variants for clans or whatever, is also further time away from taking people off of doing stuff with masks, stuff with new maps, stuff with, Resistance 2 mechs, stuff with Wave 3 mechs, which aren't done yet. It's just going back and adding more things on the back burner, or taking priority items, like the Steam release, or like Wave 3 or Resistance 2, and pushing them back further, so that then you're getting this extra thing out, which doesn't actually, because you're talking about champion variants, that doesn't make them any money. That's just free. Like, here's an entry into the game, and don't get me wrong, making it easier for people to get into the game and get their foot in the door and actually have fun is a good way to get people to stay around and spend money. But you have to market it like that. And right now, I don't know if anybody in there is going to be like, hey, I think this would be great for the future, and it would draw in more people because of reason X, Y, and Z, when they still, I could see that potentially happening within a month or 2 after Steam comes out, and honestly, it would be better if it came out before Steam came out, but I think there's so many other things going on right now, it's just not in the cards.
So here's 2 things, and one is probably the first is, would the same people that would be doing these builds be the same people that are necessarily working on the Wave 3 mechs, working on all these other things you mentioned?
I would imagine anybody doing that sort of, if they're making a champion variant, I would imagine they would be pulling those people off of whatever current mech update and quirking and blah 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 projects they're on right now.
And here's the next thing: is this not something that we could? We have a brand new community manager that seems to be doing fantastic. So why not? And we even have a program. I can't remember for the life of me what it's called. The community highlight or whatever. Do something similar to that. Have a crowdsource build a champion mech. Maybe if your if your submission wins, you get like a fancy cockpit item or something.
That'd be a good idea.
I'm not opposed to it. I just don't know where that would be on their priority ladder. That's the ultimate question, dude. Is I don't know. We're a month away from Wave 3, and Mask isn't done yet. They admitted today that Mask isn't done yet. They're still working on it. They're still testing out bugs. So that's the Resistance isn't done. Resistance just got announced, so all those mech designers are all working on that right now. Quirks aren't anywhere near done, especially given this last round of quirks, which they have been basically constantly updating. And I think, I mean, before you start adding any additional, because basically champions are an additional variant. Whether we call them that or not, it's basically, hey, we took this mech and we strapped these exact guns on it, so the standard ones that come with it, and we put this specific engine in it for IS, for clan, it's just whatever engine came with it. But you're basically, you know, you're then adding something else to the marketplace, which is only, you know, I mean, I guess champions can be bought for MC, can't they?
Yes. I think they can only be bought for MC.
So, I mean, it's not a bad idea. I just don't know, you know, given where we're at, given that Wave 3 is around the corner, given that this last quirk pass, I mean, they basically iterated this last quirk pass without it actually being done, and then needing to do consistent updates to it, which we've seen patch after patch, which I love. I love that they're incrementally, okay, well, we know these values are too low, let's try these values. Okay, these values are pretty good, they could probably be quirked a little bit more this way, probably tweak a little bit more that way for this other item. I think that's a perfectly fine way to doing it, but then that's also having more people, you know, look at the stats of those mechs after matches over a 2-week period, you know, check their damage output, check how, you know, how long were they surviving, do they need additional armor, do they need additional structure, blah, blah, blah. And you're going to be pulling people off that team to do it.
I think probably one of the biggest changes they could make to champion mechs, though, would probably be if they actually made them get, say, 10% increase in C-bills rather than just XP alone, because XP only gets you so far, and it doesn't really...
It's basically useless
after, you know, once you elite or master it, there's no point. So I've never seen a reason to buy a champion mech. Granted, obviously you want to make it, you know, worthwhile for the people that buy hero mechs to get their, you know, 30% increase in C-bills and XP, but if you're going to make the champion mechs worthwhile, give them like 10% increase in C-bills.
AS is
it is AS.
Antares Scorpions.
I mean, is there perhaps a better, I mean, looking at that system then, is there a better way to do that than they're not even doing it right now, where, let's say, all hero and champion mechs, in addition to their, you know, because hero mechs have an XP modifier on them too, don't they, or is it just
correct?
C-bills?
They have both, yes.
30 and 30.
But it's just 30% to the XP the mech gets, right?
Correct.
Which includes, obviously, both its own and general XP after match. But is that maybe a better thing for the future would then be, like, say, champions. Well, I think champions got boosted now. They're at 30% XP too, aren't they? Because I know they, because I know they used to be 10%, and then they upped it.
Yeah.
So
they get 30.
Maybe the better way to do it would be, instead of just 10% or 30% additional XP overall generated, maybe it'd be 30% additional GXP. You know, or maybe 30% of your overall XP for each match got translated to GXP. Like, make it so that that variant would be something that you want to still keep dropping in, even after you mastered it.
Right.
Because that would actually give those things inherent value more so than they already do. Versus, you know, just simply for heroes. I mean, the only reason to drop in a hero after you master it is just the, you know, additional C-bills you get, but same with, you know, any of the clan invasion variants. It's just, you know, additional C-bill generation. But if there was a GXP, you know, modification also in there, I think that could be quite interesting.
I'm going to take bets that Alex is going to talk until he, like, wanders into the enemy line and dies.
That'd be fantastic.
Probably.
I mean,
That's pretty common.
Generally what I do.
I was just gonna follow and pick off anyone that starts to shoot at him.
Direwolf
Free shots.
Target acquired.
We gotta hang back though and make sure Icy and Viking
Oh, I
don't
pissed
get
him
off.
off.
Target acquired.
Don't worry about me, bruh.
Yeah, he'll just die the first thing that comes across.
Get the Direwolf and Echo 3. Stop.
Yeah, he's firing at me.
Dumb fucker.
I just need to bring my guns to bear.
I mean, Sans, it's very important to kill the ice ferret first, you know.
Standard procedure, right?
Airstrike online.
I spared OP.
Direwolf.
I mean, this torso twist is
Watch out.
pretty close to being OP. If only if we're on a better mech.
Direwolf exposed. Hit him.
Could
Get
be an
him.
New
Get
target
some.
acquired.
You got a Hugin beside you, right side, Alex.
I know. Oh god. That was Gauss rifles.
Airstrike.
Bravo CT. Nice.
incoming missile.
I'm gonna fucking murder you, direwolf.
New target acquired.
Should be open.
Warning, incoming missile.
No, Odd. Why'd you
Fuel
If he
die?
ain't open
0%.
I got
before,
dual
he's
gust in
open
the leg.
now.
Airstrike online.
Die roll CT.
Oh god. Fox,
New
Stormcrow,
target
right on our left.
acquired.
F. Is that
Got it.
direwolf?
Warning,
I got him.
incoming
That was
missile.
F.
I think there's a crow.
Got a griffin up here too.
Yeah, there's a Stormcrow up on our left. Fox, right on our left.
Stop saying right on our
New
left.
target acquired.
On our left.
Confusing.
Just saying.
There's a full medium lance up here.
I mean, to get back to the previous subject, which then got us off track, would you be entirely opposed,
It's not
Ghost,
flank.
to...
Hey man, just because you're dead doesn't mean you can make combat comms go
Yeah,
away.
seriously.
Push over the.
Airstrike
We don't...
online.
This is BearNet.
Fuck.
We don't have combat comms.
Well, we kind of need them in this
Target
match.
destroyed.
We're split in half. Come back to the group, guys. In the back in Delta 3.
Target acquired. New target acquired.
Oh, nice. We mopped him up back here.
Left torso critical damage.
You guys get pushed back up though. If you can.
Ow.
Might be
Ow.
swinging around trying to get me.
Careful with that Gauss rifle, bro.
Sorry.
You almost fucking killed me.
Get your shit together, Icy.
But he
I
didn't.
dropped.
Yeah, jeez.
I wasn't standing that close to you. You could see me.
I know. I dropped off of a rock, so when I fired it fell a little lower than I thought it was
Help
gonna.
me.
I'm coming, motherfucker. Hold your
Target
horses.
acquired.
Wow, Sans is getting sweary, guys.
He is getting kind of sweary. I think he's had a
I
few
mean,
drinks.
I don't think Seraphim would submit him for application if he applied.
Well, that's okay. I'm okay with that.
That's not very supportive of our community members.
New target
Yeah.
Ow,
acquired.
ow, ow. Pulse laser's bad.
They have their standards, and I'm sorry that you don't.
New target acquired.
I'm not. I'm okay with it.
Golf Enforcer's about done.
Target destroyed.
He's dead.
Dead Jim.
No, he's just dead.
You're a
Who's
murderer.
Who's this Jim person?
You're a murderer,
keep
not a
talking
miracle
about?
worker.
Alpha's making me
Are you
mad.
New
serious?
target acquired. Target
Fuck
destroyed.
off, Hellbringer. Everyone wants a piece of the Raven.
Left shoulder can be.
Son of a bitch got my
New
leg.
target
I
acquired.
see. Don't even back up.
Heat
Just go
level
forward.
critical.
Yeah, I'm just
Cross ammo
forward.
at 25%. Right torso
And if you could aim,
critical
that would be good.
damage. Target
My
acquired.
revenge.
Left
I think this
arm
Panther
critical
has single heat
damage.
sinks.
Large
What?
pulse laser
Really?
destroyed.
I mean, his heat is going down very slowly.
Anyway,
Before you go on for another 15 minutes,
Oh,
Alex,
God damn it.
I am leaving. I'm getting out.
Viking
Bye,
is
Viking.
leaving
Bye,
us.
Viking.
Thanks for the drops.
Let's see if
We got
They're
scared
working
off.
on.
Does it? So is this where we set the boat on fire?
yeah,
maybe.
that's a logical time.
See what you did there.
I mean, are you talking about? So I came in late to this discussion. Are you talking about new player experience, or are you just talking about the trial mechs suck?
I think we're talking
We're,
about
we're not talking about any
both?
of that.
Okay.
Not even
or
close.
neither.
We're,
I was.
well, what I was gonna say was, Ghost, would you be entirely opposed to multiple drop weight tonnages? Because that basically accomplishes kind of what you want.
No, not really. As long as I realize you're always going to have the min maxers, but I just like scenario gameplay when it comes down. If we're already going into CW expecting not necessarily lore compliance or lore type of gameplay, but you're going into it for more or less that campaign-like experience.
Well, I mean,
I
do
think
you
that there's
it would
other areas
be-
that they could expand on, maybe to, just increase the overall experience of it.
No.
Well, with the scouting game mode coming up, do you think that'll be enough to do that, or are you looking for? I mean, do you want this to be multiple drops going on at the same time throughout the course of the day? Like this is all in the same 8-hour window? Do you want one 8-hour window to be the 200, one to be 250, one to be 300? Do you want each maybe do you want it tied to the sections of the map? Like, so say for a week or 2 weeks, Arctic
man
face
start.
map is 200, and then the caustic butthole is 250, and then the board cube is 300, and make it like that.
So basically, what it sounds like, Ghost, is that you want more variety in CW.
Yeah,
Is that sort of
I
what you're
mean,
getting at?
if you look at, okay, like what they pointed out in the stats that they posted up from the 2Kid, you'll notice, of course, it's the same mechs basically dropping every single time because people obviously they want to win. They want to win the tournament, for their side, and so you're going to get the same things in there because those are in the end the most effective, and that's fine. But there's other ways too of building up to that they could try to manually sort out who or what is dropping. Not necessarily take all of the decision making out of the players' hands, but allowing them, or I guess more like pushing them in the direction of variety, because more or less you can't always be dropping in the same thing every single time, and that is boring anyway, and that's what stales the game out, and that's what we're trying to avoid. If you want the game to last years and years and years, you're going to have to find ways of expanding on the actual gameplay laterally. They already have a decent foundation here. They should try to figure out ways of involving more than just game modes. They should try to change things up in the game modes themselves. How do you do that? And if you just go with a tonnage fix, it feels like that's like the Band-Aid fix for everything right now, and it can be effective, but you're still going to end up eventually getting the same thing over and over again. Instead of it being the two Timberwolves, a Stormcrow, and whatever, you're going to have now, two Direwolves and a Timberwolf and a Stormcrow, or you're going to have, what I mean? Like, you're still going to get the same thing all over again. I'm trying to figure out a way around that to get more variety, to stop them from using those same mechs every single time they drop.
Well, the problem right now,
I remember there actually being a very long time ago, back when CW first came out, we were talking about Planet being assigned a drop weight. Do you think that would help mix it up some? I mean, it won't be completely random,
but that's what we're more or less touching on. Those is tons of requirements if they get changed.
Do you think another way they could do that is, okay, so right now we have attack or counterattack in CW, and that's basically it. I mean, you could boil it down to your attacking and defending on each game type, but for the most part, it's, I mean,
don't forget the dropship beacons, the all-powerful dropship beacons.
Oh, I never
haven't
actually
played
got to
dropship beacons.
I've yet to actually play with those, so.
Dropship bacon. Gotta go kill the bacon.
But now do you think maybe adding in more greater variety of like CW modes, like, so our invasion right now is I mean, basically take down the gates, blow up an orbital turret. Do you think like capture a HPG station or stuff like that would be like just more game modes? Do you think that would help that out? Maybe
I think that's something that they're already looking at, though. They've already been playing around with adding more game modes. I'm pretty sure that's already in front of them. You know what I mean? As one of the ways of providing more options. So and I think that's fine. I think game modes are important. You got to have variety in game modes as well. But I think that they can go a step further without overly complicating what they already have set up. I think that they could go a step further, and like they were touching on about the 4v4s dropping. That's a great idea too.
Well, the problem with the 4v4s is it's going to wind down to the same thing that the 12v12s are at. It's going to be, oh look, SJR. It's going to be the best strategy is simply kill the other guys, which means that you're going to see the exact same max in the 4v4s that you see in the 12v12s. You're just going to see fewer of them because there's only 4 guys.
Okay, so kill the other guys is always going to be a valid tactic.
Oh, good God.
The problem is it's pretty much the only valid tactic. There's no other way.
Oh, hey, look, it's SJR.
That's what I said.
You're
Welcome.
about 20 seconds late to the party.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. You're endless talking about this topic.
I don't think we should push anywhere. If anything, we should just kind of get a firing line going. It's probably going to be our only chance.
I think that it doesn't terribly matter much what we do, but okay, I'll defer to your judgment.
So firing line set up on Citadel.
Firing line on Citadel.
But
Oh
yeah,
my god, is
that's-
he in a Locust?
Yep.
I don't think he's
And there's a Warcock in the
G-Man
water.
and a Warhawk.
See, that's the
Come
thing.
back,
New
Alex.
target
The strategy of the
Oh,
game is
God.
based around kill the other guys more efficiently than the other team. And until there's another viable strategy, you're only going to see Max with really short
Airstrike
time to
online.
kills, which is what Metamax are all about.
Well, the thing is, I mean, someone just said it. That's always going to be a valid tactic unless they
Yeah.
go crazy balls to the wall with their new game mode.
Golf.
But that's what I mean but
Golf
the problem is right now it's the only
Golf
balanced
strip
tactic.
Alpha.
There is no secondary tactic.
There are secondary tactics.
Yeah, there are, but the issue is they're, well,
Not
leave much to be
nearly as
desired
effective
when
as killing the other guy.
compared
Let me through.
New target acquired.
Get on Foxtrot. Direwolf. No, I'm sorry, Warhawk.
New target acquired. Airstrike online.
Just got Echo Stormcrow out.
We've got lights back
New
in Charlie
target
4.
acquired.
Charlie Stormcrow trying to, yeah, Storm. No, that's the Warhawk
Hotel
trying to push
Lights.
across.
Head critically damaged. Left arm destroyed.
Who the frick just nailed me in the head?
Airstrike online.
Strike.
On Wallace in the middle of Citadel.
Airstrike activated. New target acquired.
Oh, why is there someone right
New
behind me?
target acquired.
Douchebag.
Ghost was the one blocking me.
T-Fun just... Alright. We've
He's
got
like
two lights
that.
in our
left
back row.
torso C.
Get him, Dan.
Hunter torso critical damage.
No.
God,
Right
So
torso
close.
critical damage. Right torso.
So, in regards to mixing up the primary tactic, is there a way you can think to do that even? Like, other than, I mean, I guess you could take it, basically, I mean, I guess we
Oh,
technically
I
saw it at the beginning of CW with,
I was on a
I
different
mean-
channel.
Well, that was...
I was
humbling.
giving us some heartfelt leadership there.
Were you talking the
Yeah,
entire
no.
time and had your
I was
mic
calling
over there?
targets.
Inspired
I
by
was
your words of
inspiring
leadership.
leadership.
You chose the
And it
absolute
was-
worst time you could have to do that.
It was all projected into the QQ AFK channel.
Well done. Well done.
Good job.
Take that, team.
Truly, you're a leader amongst leaders.
Hey, at least you only did it for one match. Last time I was on here, I was muted for 2 hours.
Tony used motivate. It wasn't very effective.
All right,
I wonder why.
I have to go give some assholes a ride. So,
See you, Tony.
Good night.
You suck,
Thanks for the
Tony.
gifts. I'll be back.
Oh, God.
See you
Oh.
soon.
Alright. See you later, Tony.
We have an extra heavy.
Tony was switching.
Recent
Nice.
disappearing.
But the problem is, no matter what the game mode is, killing the other team is always going to be an effective strategy. Like, it doesn't.
yeah, I mean,
There's no
But
game
again-
mode that magically exists that's going to, unless you make it like how CW was for the first couple weeks, where you make it like a rush tactic, which again
Yeah,
is still the
which
way
is-
to counter
is
that
only
is to
on
kill the enemy
One
next.
map mode is only on the attack
Right.
against a defender. But if you're attacking a planet, you get counterattacked. There's no rush tactic.
Right. And even the counter to the rush tactic is kill all the enemy. So even still,
Right.
one side is still forced to kill all the enemy.
Right.
So,
like,
it needs-
the
here's
only
a
thing I
thought.
could think of that might mix that up is make a huge map, a whole bunch of capture points, basically conquest now. But I mean, is that really what we want to play?
well, you could try. Here's the thought that I just thought of right now would be that if you're on defense, you had the option of, if you could push out far enough, you could destroy something that would delay their drop time a little bit.
Which would just let you more effectively kill the other guys.
I suppose.
So that doesn't address the issue at all.
I think the issue is going to be paramount no matter what happens. I mean, it's an unsolvable problem. At least right now it seems like it does.
I mean,
it is.
The bottom line is either. I mean, it goes back to the dev direction when they were designing the CW map, which was funnel people in as quickly as possible to get fights going on. Because while having basically a mega ultra conquest map, and you can even make it lore based, so you know you
Hey,
make it what?
Ghost says we should recap.
What?
We
Recap
should
for the session.
recap.
So we have quite a few more viewers
Oh.
Yeah, a
in
whole
here
bunch
right
of
now.
people
So.
just joined.
Ghost, why don't you recap then, Captain Hooker
Sure.
Pits, that wants to interrupt me?
Hey, I actually put it
I
up there
actually
before you
did the
talked.
interrupting.
But
You have to sometimes.
more or less, to all of our recently joined visitors, we're discussing things after, of course, the Tokyo tournament that we recently just got through, which was a lot of fun. But I'm more or less, we're trying to talk about what ways can we continue to improve CW, just some basic ideas, yeah. Spitballing what would improve it, how would it improve it, and where would it fail also, just trying to find some strengths and weaknesses to those ideas. So
No SJR, please no SJR, please no
Right.
SJR.
I mean, the bottom line is, if you make a big map and you can even base it in lore, so do like the couple MechWarrior 4 maps where you had to go to like the new Avalon testing grounds and the it was wherever the Fafnir and the Templar are being built. I remember there's 2 maps, and whichever side you had chosen.
Yeah, Festus, whatever.
Yeah, you had either chosen Steiner or Dabbing at that point. And it was pretty fun too, because there was a testing area, and then there was the mech production facility, and there was the armament construction facility, and then there was like an HPG for the local area nearby, and it was pretty cool the way it worked out. The problem though was it was a really spread out map, and you can make a really cool map with multiple facets like that, but if you don't see the enemy for 5, 10 minutes after the match starts, no matter how fun the map is, people are going to be like, wow, I haven't blown anything up in my big stompy robot in a while.
Yes.
Talking like a stage sort of thing, like in like Battlefield in Conquest mode, where it's destroy 2 objectives, move on to the next 2.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the problem even kind of with the later Battlefield franchise, right? Because I remember playing like Bad Company 2, and it was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Because you were still kind of like this terrain was all destructible. You could get from one side of the map within like 2 minutes. But it still felt big enough, like between the different like tank maps and then like the smaller maps, it felt like you could still get around easily enough even without vehicles. And more importantly, I think they lost some of that with the later ones. Like I remember the one, I think it was the Battlefield 4 map, the one they advertised all the time, the one that like had the big giant building in the middle of like downtown China or Korea or wherever you're supposed to be fighting. And like if you did enough damage to the skyscraper, like it was a sniper haven on top of the tower, but if you did enough damage to it, it took down the tower, and then the entire map changed because it like flooded part of the map and blah blah blah. The problem was it took like 10 minutes. Like if you were spawning on like Blue 4 or whatever I don't remember how they differentiated it in that game. But like if you spawned on the one side of the map and you didn't like take a boat to the other side, like if you got in anything else, it took 10 minutes to get anywhere.
Bravo,
like, it was just too big.
He is a problem.
Bravo.
Bravo is a problem. We need to kill him.
New target acquired.
He's open CT.
New target
Let's see if I can't give him
Get
somewhat.
in the fight, please.
I'm moving to you guys.
New target acquired. New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Here they come. They're pushing.
So, Alex, you're talking about Battlefield just a second
Pull
ago.
back.
Specifically, back in B2, but one of the
Kage.
things that made that game so spectacular was the sort of, you got the tanks.
UAV up.
Left me, I cannot remember the buzzword they always use, but you got the
UAV
tanks, you got the
up,
helicopters, you got the jets, and then you have regular infantry. That sort of
Combined
mixed unit
arms.
combat.
Yeah, combined arms.
Combined arms, yeah. Now, is that something you think?
Acquired.
And again, you're gonna talk about taking people off of
I think
whatever
battle-
project, but bringing in the AI tanks, the AI infantry, stuff like that.
I think BattleTech would benefit. MechWarrior would benefit immensely from making it a little bit more BattleTech-y in that sense.
your issue with anything like that, though, is, I mean, yeah, you could do some, like, if you made a bit of a bigger map and then made it, you use those new elements to create, like, something unique. So, like, instead of it just being, you know, for CW, just your standard attack and defense and blah, 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 take an HPG, take a gun turret, take what, you know, take thing X because of reason Y. If you added, like, hey, guys, you are fighting on this planet, and every, like, third or fourth tick on the planet, or, you know, make it more random than that, so it's not the same maps all the time. But, like, every couple other of the ticks is, like, a resupply point. And so, like, maybe the attacker is trying to stop a convoy from getting to the next, like, defense location. And then, like, even better would be is if you combine some of the stuff we've already been talking about tonight. So instead of making persistent,
got 2 Bravo line.
You know, instead of making only persistent worlds being the thing, so
Lima,
you know,
Banshee.
You hold 3 worlds, you get this bonus. Make persistent planets also a thing. So let's say that the attacker wins that battle, right? Maybe the attacker wins that battle, and so at the beginning of the next battle, and I mean multiple other games have done this, Ball does it, and several other ones like Nico. But like, so if the attacker wins that battle and destroys the convoy, the spare parts they needed for that next attack that you're about to do, its turrets don't have the spare parts, so they spawn with like half the number of turrets that normally would. Or if the defender wins and the convoy stays alive and gets to its extraction point, maybe that causes additional turrets to spawn, or maybe there's like 2 or 3 demolishers that were in the convoy, and a couple of them survive and come to help fight in the next part of the engagement. I mean, there's multiple avenues you could go with the concept like that. I think they're all fairly interesting. If you want to do a persistent planet like that, but again, that's you know, how long would that take to do something? Because now you're talking about not just creating AI tanks and AI, you know, a new game type and a new map, because there's no map right now where that would really work on. Maybe like a Canyon network, but you'd have to like make it more elongated. So I mean, you would need a new map, you would need AI components, you would need, and then you would also need specialized, you know, world zones that would take that kind of thing into account. Now, I think that could be really fun, and I think people would be interested in playing that. I think people would be more interested in playing CW long term, like on a planet where like multiple things could cause different things to happen later, so that by the time you get down to, like, if they made attacking the gun or taking an HPG like the final thing on the world, or like the next 2 final thing, or like once every 3 matches instead, and however you've done in your previous couple matches, you know, might affect that in, you know, way X, Y, and Z, then that can make it far more interesting. But that's also almost creating like a private lobby environment. So I don't know how that would really work with the game in its current mechanic, where, you know, you come out of said battle and then nothing, you know, you can jump to another planet, you can jump to, you know, somewhere else on the map. Like, it's not always going to be the next tick on that map that you're attacking. So that's the thing that it's a bit unique in the way MWO does it at the moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this stream again later because I couldn't hear probably half of what Alex said. I know it was important.
It's pipe dreams, basically.
Yeah, but I know he made a lot of good points there. I could hear some of the points as they were popping up. I was like, yeah, I agree with that. Oh, crap, you know.
It's combining like 3 or 4 game mechanics that work well into one game that would be fantastic, but I don't know how you go about doing that. That's a big dice roll and a long down the line. Because I mean,
Here's the thing, though. Like, even doing that, even the stuff you talked about, you're still going to have the issue of, here are the best mechs. These are the only things you should be playing.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
There's no variety in what you're doing.
That's
with your
not
mechs.
That's not the problem I'm trying to solve.
What you're doing them.
That's going to be a problem inherent to Battletech, though, because like you can look at a game like Evolve where they have multiple hunters, and for the most part, each hunter will more or less trade well with the others within the class. They're also not very. They're fairly similar in terms of abilities. In Battletech, each mech will have something different about it. Either it's geometry, it's loadouts, it's hardpoints, it's tonnage.
Yeah, but there's really only one thing you need to address with your mech. And that's kind of the base issue, and that's I need to kill the other mech better than he's killing me.
See, the problem.
There's
problem,
no
though,
actual
is,
outside objectives in that.
The problem is that I'm not going to agree with Ghost, because Ghost wants. I mean, he even admitted you're never going to stop min-maxing. So there's no point in even trying to stop min-maxing. So the only way
you can create more ways to min-max. Like instead of just I can kill mechs the best, you can have other things like you need larger maps with more objective types, and maybe change the way certain weapon types do damage to those objectives. So,
right.
like,
well, I mean,
lasers are good against mechs, but they're really shitty at killing these objectives. So missiles are good against objectives.
Right. We haven't had that whole rock paper scissors really entered into this game yet.
Yeah.
So
this game is
that'd be good.
extremely shallow.
That would be the reason why some of those other game modes would work. So like a convoy, that the convoy is constantly going, let's say, 80 kph or something like that, right? That immediately means that people can't just bring, stalkers to try and defend it and dire whales to go and attack it. Like now you have to it's basically adding like some of the single player elements of previous Mech Warrior titles to a multiplayer environment where,
That'd be cool.
if because if the convoy is going so quickly and there's no way for you, even with the heaviest assault mech, to try and cut it off by going further down the trail, then that makes that assault mech completely unviable. Same thing with a defending assault mech. Like if there's no way you can get to the convoy in time and keep up with it, then you can't do anything to try and defend it, so you're just a waste of tonnage at that point. So adding things like that would make it useful, but again, that's a long-term, far-down-the-line solution. And yes, it would add more different development to it, and it would change some of the way the meta works, but still, like, okay, even if the convoy is going 80 kph, people could still bring Timberwolves. They could still bring Stormcrows.
Yeah, all the current clans are completely viable, because
they could still bring a
slower
fast,
than 90.
Yeah, they could still bring a fast Thunderbolt. They could bring a Quick Draw. They could bring a Dragon. Like, all the things that, are that whole, like, medium to large, fairly, in that 80 to 90 kph range, like, they would still be perfectly viable for that. I mean, the only thing I can think of that would be persistent and might actually change the meta a bit would be if included in, like, that convoy one, like maybe there was a turret factory one, or maybe the convoy was delivering turret parts, so maybe, like, when you go to assault the HPG the next time, it has, like, gauze turrets or something with, like, really long range, so that you can't just bring the normal large pulse, medium, or gauze large pulses on a Timber loadout and expect to trade well with that stuff. So that way, you kind of have to go back to the 4ER large, or you have to go to a PPC mech, or, that's the only thing I can really think of that would cause some shift in the way that's done. But that still means you go to the long-range meta instead of the mid-range meta.
I'm going to interject real quick. I just posted a link to MW4 forums in Twitch chat. They have unleashed some screenshots for the next W map.
Yeah, looks really good.
On point there, Majo. Forge.
Looks pretty cool. Looks not what I expected when they said HPG.
I like the blue sun. That's
that
really
is yeah.
nice.
I was gonna say it gives a whole new meaning to blue ball.
Looks really Mass Effect-y.
Very cool. That's what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for, like, a planet, a CW planet that's just a fucking dead rock. Nothing on it, but, like,
that's
some
what,
outpost.
You got the Borg world.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
what that
Yeah,
seems like.
sort of,
And
yeah.
HPG. HPG's pretty dead.
It's a moon, isn't it, or something?
Well, one thing that I think Sans was maybe hinting at there are these dead worlds that aren't just something that are more alien, Like I remember one of the can't remember if it was one of the base games for MechWarrior 4 Vengeance, or if it was the expansion, or if it was actually in the Mercenaries. But there are a few planets, like moons there, that had that were like yellow and had giant crystals shooting out of the ground. Not like giant, like maybe mech height crystals, not the crystals that we have on World or Tourmaline.
They are bismuth crystals on Port World.
Portico.
Yeah. Like instead of trees, you have those crystals. Granted,
I see
wouldn't
you
be able to
there,
walk through them,
T-Bolt.
but-
You stupid asshole.
Why is he gotta be an asshole, mate?
He just is, okay? T-Bolt and Hellbringer
He
in
just
like
is.
Kilo 9.
He exists to be an asshole. That's his only purpose.
It's an intrinsic trait. You cannot change it.
Got 2 assaults. Plotting slowly. They're entering Kilo 9. Looks like going into Juliet 9. Pushing towards 10. They're trying to catch up to the rest of their guys. Maybe we can get some shots on them.
Where are they?
This is where Sans was supposed to keep going. Yeah, man.
3 Stormcrows up top.
Hey, I'm small. I can catch up.
I know.
3 Stormcrows up top.
Just want to inflict some damage on him, make him think twice, you know?
With my stupid fucking Raven that is as high damage as a fucking Timberwolf because of its stupid good beam duration
Up here. I
quirks.
think it was a Jaeger mech.
Yep.
Airstrike activated.
The Banshee's not turning around. Why not? Oh yes, beautiful.
What did little Nicky ever do to you?
It's terrible.
He
movie.
didn't turn his back around. He
Delta,
just let me
Delta.
shoot him right in the back over and over and over again.
Just give
He
Delta
earned
that.
that death.
Atlas is standing still.
Kill him.
You know, I always love BearNet because of the aspect of like 2 or 3 of us want to theory craft the entire
Let's-
time, and the other
let's not
other
over-
people are like, "Mer, match, mer."
New target acquired.
Let's not overcommit though. Sans, let's be careful.
Alex, don't push the hill by yourself. You're in a Raven.
And
I'll
it
give
is
no
this.
shits, bro. I'm a Raven.
It is this equilibrium that makes the game
Nevermore.
work.
New target
It is
acquired.
what makes BearNet what it is. Are you
Why-
saying we
Nope,
should change that?
No, I that's why I said I love it. I
New target
said I
acquired.
hated it,
We got
or
mechs
it
behind
gives
us
me a
in
sad
Golf
face.
7 Fox 8.
Couple of like,
There's some
European
very
ones.
angry mechs over there, Ghost.
New
And we are
target
by
acquired.
ourselves.
Why are you guys not
Just
up
want
here?
to point out, I'm in a Raven and can run. You are in a Timberwolf and cannot do that.
What are we pugging here, Ghost?
Yeah, bro. 1-man clan.
Guys,
All for it.
What are you guys all doing over there?
I'm in a light
We're
mech.
drawing them
I have
off of
every
you.
right to
You better be
down
charging
here.
up that hill.
Why
I'm
are you
fucking-
not going up the hill when we're up one, which is an assault mech?
It's from us.
Shit.
Yeah, we actually killed the Banshee.
Yeah,
And I'm doing a very good job of adding an Atlas to that list.
I
as well.
Let's
know
not
what
fight
you're
over your
saying,
icy there.
but I
target
don't know why
acquired.
everyone's sitting over in G8 over here
Yeah,
instead of
Children,
doing
children,
anything else.
please. Both of your tactics are viable.
This is amazing. I'm actually really having.
Alright, I think we need to run now.
They have not shot back.
I think we need to run now.
I'm not, you run now. I will draw their entire team. I will continue to do this as
Acquired.
long until they actually come down off that hill to attempt to kill me.
Target destroyed.
I am way out of the 20s, buddy.
Gotcha, you old bastard.
Is that that
Fuel at
Urban mech.
25%.
Herbie?
Come here, friend.
Oh god, one of them actually did come down.
Oh no!
Is
I
that
was
the
gonna say,
Jaeger mech?
I don't
With
see him
dual
up
gauss?
here.
Which one was it?
Yeah, it's a Gauss Jaeger. I think he's looking for me, even though I have not moved yet. So he should know where I am. I'm confused.
Don't do it, Nox. You have too much to live for.
Going for the right torso on that Jaeger.
Ooh, someone just hit me in the face with something. I think it was a Gauss
Oh,
round.
I think they have two dual Gauss Jaegers.
Hey, Hooker,
Oh.
you stood still in Hotel 8 and Hotel 9. Why don't we push?
No, I'm fine with that.
I'm waiting for everybody else to push.
Yeah, we're
I
waiting
can
for
read along.
You can't just wait for everybody else who are a bunch of hoes to not do anything.
Yeah,
to
come on,
continue not to do
seriously. We've
anything.
got like a 2 Raven and 1 Timberwolf hold going on here, and you guys are wasting it. Come on, hurry
Oh,
up.
Alright,
please,
we're
I am
moving
not
up.
as good a mech as a Raven right now. I wish I were, because it would have been fantastic.
Like, we have got their entire team looking at us, and are currently winning these
Lies.
trades, but that is
Lies.
not going to keep up.
Yes, that comes around the corner, just get blasted.
lies.
Yeah, their entire team's definitely not looking at you. I have
Major,
to
why are you in a goddamn fridge?
He's
know-
been this whole day.
Not the
Major's
whole
been,
day.
no, he hasn't been in a fridge the entire time.
New target
They're coming for us.
acquired.
They're coming for us. You guys should be pushing hard.
Juliet, we need to get that Jaeger.
Oh, we're up top already.
Acquired. Head critically
Oh,
damaged.
turret.
I was told when I got to the top of this hill there would be mechs, and I'm not seeing any.
Well, there were mechs and they all ran like hoes.
I would like to point out they were in fact chasing us.
Stop shooting at me, you
Gas
fucking base
ammo
turret! Jesus
depleted.
Christ! What did I ever do to you, jackass?
Yeah! Team kill!
Team killed!
Woo!
Winning. We're about to have 2 Stormcrows for company here, Sans. One of
Oh,
them is
yes.
CT. Oh, never mind. They're going for Ghost. Got one of them.
Left arm destroyed.
Go
Oh,
see if
that
you
was
can't
us.
pull that Jaeger out.
Critical damage. Left torso.
Yeah, go see if you can move into Juliet 11.
Left leg.
Alright, so
critical
Juliet
Let's
12.
go. Let's go. We gotta help him.
Intertorso.
How about somebody help me?
Golf is right behind you, Majo.
Oh,
Large
that's what
pulse
like me.
laser destroyed.
Okay.
Golf is a fucking atlas.
New target acquired.
Hold on, you don't see me.
I'm down. But not without taking him with me. It's okay. Happens, Darth. Happens.
Kilo.
Destroyed.
Yes, come chase the Raven.
Darth,
Chase
see,
the
Alpha.
Target acquired.
the problem, Darth, is that you think we like Ghost and we don't like Ghost, so anytime we can leave him over in the
Target
corner and
destroyed.
die is a win for us.
It's the true secret success of Burrnet.
Yeah.
He's getting a
It's
Sans
fine.
eye.
It's fine.
Just like they previously admitted, they let me just continue talking as I run into the enemy because my mind wanders off and I just run into them. That's the same thing we do with Ghost. Ghost runs and goes and shoots them in the back and then gets himself killed, and we just watch and kind of.
Why, defense turret? I hate you so much.
Shoot it, Sans, shoot it!
He locks on from across the map without having a line of sight. How?
Have we gotten a Sans Sai yet tonight?
It's dead,
Oh,
Sans.
we've got
Sans.
you.
I killed it.
You killed it? Okay, good.
Killed it.
What's left?
Jerk, probably.
Sure.
It's a misling, so he's actually on top of the mountain.
Whoever district is, wherever he is.
Destroyed.
So just
Where?
like
Which
that,
mountain? Which mountain? Which mountain?
Oh, I was making a joke.
or go cap.
Oh, I'm not even get there. Sans is gonna get that.
Seth's gonna get laid by a
Oh,
turret
yeah.
before it reaches the top of the hill.
Target
Yep.
destroyed.
So that would be one of the rare successful mini flanks, Sans. I think we can chalk that one up to that.
Yep. That was
We can chalk it up to the
100%
enemy team.
successful flank. They fucking turned around to fight us. I don't know why.
They had 3 guys that are sub 100. No, sorry, 4 guys.
And
then
the
they
one
got
guy
the
we
one
took
guy.
out, like, at the start
Yeah.
there. So
Poor guy
That's not-
is at 0. I feel kind of guilty. He didn't roll damage. He didn't turn
Would someone
around.
like to
He just
trade
let me
a
shoot
light?
him in the back until he died.
it's like this game is stupid.
Huh? What odd?
Would someone like to trade out a light?
No.
Yeah, I'll trade up to something.
Awesome.
It's Raven.
As long as you're
All
not bringing
night,
the stupid
every
light.
night.
Well, I'm out for the night, guys.
See ya, Kage.
Alright, man.
All right,
See you,
Kage.
Kage.
Bye,
Kage.
So long.
Okay.
If you want, I could bring my stock urban mech.
Well, it's a good thing that we don't want.
You're joining a. Yay!
The other problem is with my rants is then nobody comments at the end, and then just there's silence, and so people need to have more thoughts than Ghost saying I'm gonna have to rewatch this later.
So, right, but that's like, as Tony picked up on earlier, is that you tend to rant after you die, or while you're dying, and then, I don't know, it just seems like really bad timing on your part.
What are you talking? Dude, I'm dead. Everybody else is not talking or like, super serial match, which isn't entertaining for anybody. So as such, somebody has to fill the air of void, which you all leave open. So, hey, guess what my job is on BearNet? Ever since like a year ago when we started this thing, fill the void. I'm dead. I got
Fill the
nothing
void.
going on.
Oh. No.
Well, yes, apparently after your rants, it does fall silent.
Right?
Yep.
Then there's just nobody even responds to that. Like, I don't get you people.
Actually, I wasn't really listening. I was busy typing.
They're
Me too.
laughing. So you see, Ghost said I can get him to yell.
And then nothing.
Yeah, I'd like to see something like an assault mode too, like an assault, not the assault mode
Ooh,
we have,
patch
but
notes.
more of a.
Yep,
we're talking about hitting objectives,
patch-
like mini
patch
objectives.
notes.
Like basically have a guided course you have to go down. You have to go down and basically take over this one section and then the next section, and have the defenders as they come in, maybe defend against each one of those sections.
This is an interesting champion mech.
Sounds pretty good, Nox, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of what some of us were hoping what CW was going to be, was like layers of like, instead of just one gate and then one thing to defend, like, multiple gates, or like maybe there's an outer, mech repair facility that if you keep it, you can repair your mech there, or, whatever. And then, there's a row of gates, and then beyond that, there's some sort of defense perimeter turret cannon thingamabob you have to take out, and then behind that is an HPG or a planetary cannon or whatever.
Yeah, I would definitely be up for seeing more layers involved within each individual match. I'm not necessarily saying that the choice that they made to toughen the defenses was a bad one. They made some good calls on that. Strengthening the generators or the big Gauss, you know what I mean? It's not a bad idea. I don't think it's bad, and I think that it's working. But I would like to see maybe not so much making things harder and tougher, but just making more of them as a possibility. Anything to deepen, I think, the experience for each jump.
Yeah, I think if they improve, well, yeah, I'm not gonna repeat what everyone else just said.
No, Nox definitely touched on something that's good. It's definitely something outside the box thinking.
Well, it's actually, I've seen that kind of game before, though, where it's more objective based. You just keep on marching in and keep on, doing more of an actual assault, like down the one path or whatever. This is the way you have to go, and your troops have to go, basically. I think half the time, half of it's like, we've been playing for how long now? 3 years? 4 years? How long has this game been available?
I don't know anymore.
And it's been pretty much, it's just the same game mode. And even the CW is kind of the same game mode at some point,
All systems nominal.
Yeah, I think there's other things that they can definitely do, and they need to look at from some other successful games as well to try to apply some of those things. You can still use some of those methods in BattleTech's own way without really copying. You're just using something that works successfully for that game or whatnot. So.
Right, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I love this. I love playing this game. I love big stompy robots. But you get kind of locked into like you say, you have these mechs. These are the mechs that are going to be most efficient at taking down these objectives. So you pretty much everybody plays the same kind of way. If they don't, then they lose typically.
So I've got a real quick question, because I never really got to do it much. Are the problems we're talking about right now, were they present in Mech 4 multiplayer?
Mech 4 multiplayer was just, I have better jumping long-range weapons than you, so I win.
Can I jump and pop snipe? I win.
Yeah.
Can you jump
but
and pop snipe?
It was
No?
it was the game a year and a half ago. It was literally the same as MechWarrior 4.
Yeah, anyone who says Mech 4's multiplayer is better than this is looking at it through rose-colored glasses.
Well, technically, a year and a half ago it was.